It's been a while since I've actually bothered with the actual revolvers, the double action revolvers in general, because I mean it's been, you know, a while. So, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the double action revolvers tier list. It's finally happening. Today, I have with me Dom. Again, we weren't able to get Luck, sadly. Nor could we also get my brother, since sadly he had a few things. But we were able to get Miss Rogue here to help us out, which is really nice.
I know nothing about guns. Help.
But you know what? We're doing it here. We're doing it live. It's been so long since I've actually done the entire, you know, it's been a while since I've done any of the footage. It's been a while since I've done anything at all. So, you know what? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go and do this live. Let's go something a little different, a little bit of a different take. And so also kind of be like, oh yeah, that's what I made this, and this is also what I actually had for this. You know, these were the stats, and this is why I did this, because it's been so goddamn long. Sure, I could watch back my footage and everything, but I think it's just better to have a little bit of a feel. First gun up, we have the B600. Look at this fucking thing. Bask in its glory.
Jesus Christ.
We're starting off with a fucking banger, baby. So let's talk real quick. The B600 is a fucking incredibly massive revolver. This thing is ridiculous, and it's got a few different things. We are actually talking about different types of ammo because this thing is so specific as well. But at the same time, Jesus Christ, I need to run with this again because of the new changes, just to see what the prices are. And I'll show the prices as to what everything is. So we have jacketed hollow point, we have armor penetrators, and sticky explosives. I think they're a little expensive, maybe like 2 or 3 points, but I'll have to look again just to be sure. So as you can see, this is the B600. We have a top rail right here, we have a bottom rail right here. The sights are glowing, but really, really nice. They are super, super good. No SOSIGs are to be harmed during the making of this. So let's go ahead and try out the jacketed hull points. So we have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Let's go and test this out. Jesus Christ. Mind you, this is this is a 600 Magnum revolver. So real quick, in case anyone's wondering, we have basic Kevlar. This is about 2A, I believe. But I was thinking it's about 2A. Our light plate is 3A, and this heavy plate is level 3. And for good reason, of course. So, let's go ahead and see what else we can do here. Let's go for a second one. Jesus, that hit him hard. Look at that shit.
Damn.
That hit hard. Also the
got back up after that.
Yeah, and also the helmets are also tier 2 as well. They are 3A. Really good for a lot of things, but I can't stop 5.56. But damn, this thing is definitely something else. All right, let's see. Can you get out of the way, please? Thank you. Let's go and see what the accuracy is like here. Woo! Nice. It's very, very good. And of course, sadly, there is no. For a lot of these, there are some that do have a speed loader, but in some cases, we don't get that privilege. So let's go ahead and actually let's go and test out the these sticky explosives here real quick. So the big thing is obviously they don't stick into things; they're more like bolts, as you can kind of see there. But they will stick into some guys, as you can see, even into armor. They do a pretty good bit of damage. Not too much per se, but it does hurt. There you go. You can see kind of doesn't really stick much into armor, but it'll stick into the face. You can see the little bolt right there. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Let's go and see what the extreme penetrators, these super sharp boys, are capable of. If we need to, we'll bring in the pacification squad, but for most cases, these things will not actually be able to do enough. So let's see here. I think the officer was the only one we could deal with. Or was a scout? No, it was officer. So we'll bring that guy and the heavy in. Absolutely right through. No issues at all.
Right through him, like.
It didn't even do enough damage to actually kill him. Holy shit. That's how fucking hard this thing penetrates. Get rid of him there real quick. Don't worry, he's fine.
See,
he'll
he
respawn
exploded.
later.
That's a sign that he's fine.
Yeah, he'll respawn later on. Don't worry, he's fine. So let's go ahead and see the tier 3. Jesus fuck, dude.
We need to do like a Gmod or like a fucking like source filmmaker animation of like the fucking respawn process for this lesson.
So, B600. What are we thinking? This thing is accurate. It is powerful. It is deadly.
You got the worst. You got the worst person for a terrorist because this is my first terrorist I've done. Period.
600 Magnum. What are we thinking?
S tier.
I was going to say A tier because yes, it's really good, but unless you have those penetrating rounds, it won't really penetrate the armor fully.
You don't need to though.
Honestly,
shut up!
I have to
be fanatic here.
Honestly, I have to agree with Rogue here. If you get an immediate start with these super sharp armor penetrating rounds, you're set to go. You are just set. But it is also 6 rounds. There is no speed loader. This thing is fantastic, but
It's 6
the
rounds.
other two,
Yeah, 6 rounds. Most revolvers on this list are going to be 6 rounds. You know, that's
Yeah,
kind of the
6
thing.
rounds, but it doesn't really, the normal ammo doesn't penetrate through the armor as well as the penetrative armor, obviously, and there's no speed loader. So so if you're in a pickle, you gotta fucking be real quick with those fucking reloads.
it's also
Then
fucking massive.
here's-
Granted,
here's-
also you can mod
here's
it.
what I'm gonna say.
There's also a
Here's
couple
what
of
I'm gonna say.
attachment points.
Oh, you gotta get quick. You gotta get take forever to reload. My response. Okay, good.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean-
you know what?
That is admittedly true. It is definitely good. It is important to get good, but you can only reload so fast, of course. But at the same time, this thing is really good. I would definitely say it is definitely top A tier. I don't think it reaches S tier just yet, but I think it is most certainly top A tier. It is powerful. But jacket and hollow point, and especially sticky explosives in tight environments. If this is your only gun, sticky explosives can be a detriment. You really have to be careful with those things. But you can also carry armor penetrating as well, which is really good, but then of course, why would you have anything else? You'd have to get armor penetrating quickly, or this thing is going to be a detriment, or will just knock people on the fucking floor, and that's it. Not terrible per se, but when you need to take care of people and this is your only gun or your first gun, you have nothing else, definitely would say armor penetration or nothing at all. It's penetrate or bust. I would say top A tier. Top A tier. If anything else, it might reach to S, but I think top A tier for the time being.
Bottom S tier for now.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
I would say at least top A tier. We'll see if it reaches S tier later. That's that honestly I think is my final. Anyone agree, disagree? No, Dom most certainly does. Rogue?
I agree.
Alright.
I disagree, but
We'll put it top A tier. We might move it later. We'll see. But we're going to move on from one of the best to probably one of the worst. This is the Bodyguard 38.
It's so small.
This thing is tiny as fuck. So
Is that
38.
used for? Is that what is that? For fucking revolver for opossums? What is this shit?
Actually, funny enough, I have a meme. Someone, I remember years ago, someone was like, hey, can we use this meme and make an H3? I did actually do that at some point. I need to do it properly, but...
that's like Mista's pistol from fucking part 5.
I mean, it kind of is almost, but like, it's always a hammerless, but this thing is tiny as fuck. Jojo nerd identified. Anyways,
You are one.
so
too.
38 special, yes I am, honestly. I've seen up to part 5, I have not seen part 6 because fuck you Netflix. Anyways, so 5 shots instead of 6, no speed loader for obvious reasons. We have jacket and hollow points, foam metal jacket, and tracers. This thing really isn't anything special. 38 special is honestly basically a smaller 357, and
Sorry, is that built-in red dot?
yeah, built-in red dot. That's the only thing that kind of saves it. I think, like, this thing can't pen armor, like, at all, let's be honest. Like, basic tier 1 guy here.
No, I would say look how small. Oh,
Can't even pen,
my-
like, level 1 armor, even with full metal jacket, as you can see.
Oh my god. Bruh.
Yeah, it's not exactly great, but you know, it obviously takes them down pretty easily. Kind of nice, and hey, having that, you know, I will say having a laser on here, like okay, similar to the
Makes
PMM.
target acquisition a fucking dream.
Yeah, like comparing it with like something like similar to like, you know, like classic Makarov PM versus the actual PMM, it is slightly better. Not because of its larger size, but because it actually has a little red dot on it. It has a little laser, as you can see. Even though it only has 5 shots of 38 special, it is actually pretty okay. So, what do we think for this guy?
That's in middle of the road.
I can definitely see middle of the road.
I agree with you both on this one. Middle of the road.
It's not bad, but it's not like, you know.
It's not bad, but it's not good either.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not great. So, I would say definitely middle of the road. We will do C tier.
God, it's so fucking small.
It is really. I mean, it's also compared to a 600 Magnum. So
still, that is fucking. What is this?
It is definitely very much tiny. Hold on, I need to get a drink. Water from beyond the wall. Where is it? Fuck, hang on. There it is.
From beyond the wall.
From beyond the wall. All right. Anyway, stay hydrated. Okay.
Hydrate.
Yep, I was about to say.
Next up, we get another big caliber, big fuck off gun, the Bull 454 Casual.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
When I used to play game as a kid, I used to confuse that with the Python because of the top part.
I definitely see that, honestly, but this is the
Bull
Bull
I was a
454.
kid, so I was fucking stupid.
So we have a lot of different rounds here for this one. We have basic soft points, nothing really special per se. And mind you, this is also in 454 Casual, so these are really, really powerful. We have jack and hollow points.
Great for turning people into lasagna.
Indeed. Sights, I think, are also honestly a little blocky, but
A little blocky. Like personally, I would take the corners down personally.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little low from the looks of it. It's a little low and right from the looks of it.
That just might be you shooting it though.
Maybe. Maybe it is, honestly. That's an alpha. Okay.
Are you calling our friend low and light?
I might be a little. I guess I was a little low and right. Maybe it is actually just me. But it's a little blocky. It's a little.
It's a little more difficult to get the actual target acquisition you need without sights, because again, the fucking rear sight is just fucking obtrusive.
True, but at the same time, this is also a revolver. When the fuck are you actually engaging very accurate targets, like, you know, not 20 meters, but like 200? Like, when the fuck are you actually doing that? You know,
bro,
20 meters, trying to get on the target, at least to...
corridors, Mav.
I mean, at the very least, I still was at least getting alpha, like, you know, at the very least, like, very much on the edge of Charlie, but it's still center mass on there, you know? It's still good on shots. Even if it's a Charlie, it's still good. If it's Delta, it's a little concerning, but if you're at least Charlie and Alpha, you're set. And of course, there's also Tracers, which I think are probably as good as we'll get for actual...
Alright.
Yeah.
High grade?
Well, I think Tracers are probably as good as we're going to get to a similar soft point to Full Metal Jacket, but, you know... But of course, there is, of course, your high grade, basically your Full Metal Jacket. Big fuck-off rounds here, as you can see. Look at these things here. I think we'll test out penetration here in just a moment. Jacket and hollow point really isn't good for penetration, but when you get Full Metal Jacket and other similar things, you most certainly do have something. And I know I could probably just show what the normal stats are and everything and all, but I think it's better just to do this. So, Kevlar, thoughts? It's 2A. Should just go right through.
It's gonna knock the motherfucker on his goddamn ass.
I think it's gonna pen.
Dude, you just got bone crush. Yeah. Shoot him.
Yeah, penned. Easy.
Yeah, and I was correct. Put him on his ass.
Well, naturally, but that penned for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
3 and up ain't gonna do shit.
Alright, 3 left. What about Tier 2, light plate, 3A?
3A and It's gonna knock on his ass, but not, or if any penetration, light penetration.
I don't think it's gonna pen, honestly.
I'm on middle ground. I can't
any
pick a
penetration.
fucking middle ground here. What am I saying?
Let's find out here. Nope, does not pen.
No pen and no not getting knocked on his ass. It is confusing him. It is not.
It's definitely
not gonna
stunning
win out of
him
the
for
motherfucker.
sure, but it's not enough. And then of course, obviously, we get classic, powerful star pattern penetrators. These things are fucking scary, but
That's
they
not even
are
a question.
also.
Yeah,
But
that's an answer.
Well, this is just to finish things off, but one of the big things, obviously, is that obviously for 454 Cthulhu and other similar Magnum rounds, these things are meant to penetrate even through upwards of level of tier 3 armor, but they are also really expensive. They're like 5+ or so. They'll naturally pen through, but it's expensive. It is worth it, though. Dude's already dead from one shot.
Good ammo. Normally good ammo is expensive. Sometimes.
Yeah, well, penetrators are really, really expensive, which is naturally the case.
Depends on the gun you're using, because again, I'm gonna bring in my real life gun here, my fucking 9mm high point. My 9mm high point. If I try to run expensive ammo through it, she fucking jams like there's no fucking tomorrow. I put cheap fucking ammo through her, she eats it like it's fucking candy.
She can handle the steel, she can't handle the brass.
Why does
What the
everyone
fuck?
always reference guns as being or an object of being a she?
Because they're beautiful. I mean, come on. Would you not treat this like your fair
A
lady?
gun can be handsome.
Connor, show Rogue a fucking...
I know what a high point looks like.
You dare call that thing handsome or beautiful? Not the one I have, but like...
I mean, it's 380. Dom has a 9mm. Bull 454. Thoughts? Where are we putting it?
Honestly, I'm put it either A or B tier because it's good. It's a good revolver.
It is definitely good.
It's just it's limited ammo. It's comparatively limited ammo capacity.
Yeah, comparatively, it is only 5 shots, and that penetrator is really expensive. I know that for a fact.
I mean, extreme penetrator is fucking expensive anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
extreme penetrator is very expensive.
I say B. I don't know why. Okay, I told you guys you guys just shouldn't have brought me in.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's good to have some devil's advocate in some cases. Honestly, looking at everything else, this is probably A tier. Like, 454 is a fucking powerful round. It is good.
I mean, we see 454 in use in Helsing Ultimate OVA. Alucard's initial pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking Canaanite Slayer pistols.
Yeah. It is. The first one is chambered in 454 Cthulhu. The second one is chambered in 13mm.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking this is going A tier.
Yeah.
Alright.
I feel like it's honestly just it just works. Next up is the Dardick Revolver. Next up, we have the Detective Special.
There we go. Finally, something actually tasteful.
So I need to pull up
an
the
actual
Model
fucking
10 here for this,
pallet
but here. So, Detective Special. So this thing actually has a very interesting history. Made back in closing to the 30s. This thing was set up as kind of a, hey, we like the Model 10. Do you think you can make that for, detectives, obviously, and for other policing and everything, and all this sort of stuff and everything? So we're like, yeah, sure. Colt made one, since Smith & Wesson seemed to be doing really good with 38 Special. So Colt was like, sure, I think we could do something. So they made this. And I'm sure you probably expect this as well. Again, I'm going to say it. This is actually in Receiver 2. This is the Detective Special in there. And it's actually not terrible per se. I'm not exactly super big into it and everything, but it's pretty nice actually, I will say. So again, 38 Special.
Which game is a better gun tester simulator? This or Receiver?
Yes.
I think this is a lot better because it has a much larger sort of pool, but Receiver 2 is really good if you really want to like test yourself in terms of actually like pulling off stuff. Receiver 2 is a really fun game. I really need to do a video on that at some point. Anyways, so the sights are a little odd because it's not exactly concentric with where exactly you want it to be. It's a little weird, and I'm not sure where the 0 is per se.
Interesting.
Because it seems very low, and I'm not sure, like, where it's supposed to be. Because it seems like it's supposed to be about there-ish.
Well, if you're not a detective, that's why you can't wield it correctly.
That's valid. I'm willing to say.
I'm here for the stupid jokes. That's why I'm here.
Yes. So yeah, that's about where the 0 is. It's weird, honestly. Like, I don't mind the detective special. I think it's kind of cool, but at the same time, this thing really isn't exactly perfect per se, and you really have to go against your muscle memory.
Perfect.
Well, you have to go against your muscle memory. With how it's
the way it's meant to be used is fuck the voice crack though. Fuck.
Fuck. All right. I know. It's. I mean, this is obviously an extremely short barrel, so obviously it's going to be more so for
Like,
close range
that
police work.
fuck.
It's very much just. Yeah, I think Dom actually legitimately heard his fucking voice there when, yeah. Dom, get some water, please.
Fuck. Like I was trying to say.
Get some fucking water. What are we thinking with the Colt Detective Special? Where would we put this?
Middle of the road.
D for detective. No.
Honestly, I'm kind of fine putting it above the Bodyguard 38. It's got a much better history, but it's pretty similar. Even though there's the laser sight, I think if anything, it's like one extra round and a bit of history. Yeah. Middle of the road, sadly behind the Bodyguard. Much as I hate that, plus also the speed loader. So, we're going to be talking about these bad boys. So these are the Hunter 44 and the Smith & Wesson 44 Stealth. They're essentially the same, and I'm going to use this one because it looks nicer. We're going to be talking about the 44 Magnums that are that have rails on them. We have classic jacket hollow points, as we expected. We also have our soft point skin, full metal jacket this time, and penetrators. So you know exactly what's about to happen. First up, a little high, but should be pretty accurate. A little high again. There we go, that's a lot better. So yeah, very, very nicely accurate, as you can see. Jacket hull point definitely does work well. Of course, we also have full metal jacket, which we'll go ahead and... Okay. We'll go and test this out really quickly.
I'm guessing my voice sounds a lot better now.
A lot better. Jesus
so
Christ,
much
you
better.
really
My
hurt
God,
yourself.
You don't sound like a ghoul anymore.
Hold on.
So, let's go and test this out. So, like I said, that armor is 3A, this is 2A, so full metal jacket just walks the fuck through.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
So, what about this stuff? See, that pens very slightly comparatively, but it's mostly because, and I've tested this out with the Smith & Wesson 29, it's very slightly extra because of that extra, like, look at this fucking barrel right here. This thing is massive right here. It's insane. So, as you can see, yeah, it is really, really powerful. But at the same time, like I said, it is actually 3A. I promise you, it is 3A. And of course, naturally, we have penetrators. Surprising.
Always.
You know?
Well, not
Always
always, but you know.
Naturally. Anyways. So yeah. The modifiable 44 Magnums. What are we thinking? 40 Magnum, pretty damn good. Very capable, widely known.
Dom, any input? What do you mean,
I'm a little. I really let my demons out.
You really did actually black out there. Maybe I should have held that. Maybe I should have held that a bit more. Sorry. I don't know. I'm thinking.
Should have done that at the end of the fucking video.
Probably. I think maybe it might actually be like B tier. Maybe it's damn good.
Oh yeah, it's definitely damn good. It also looks great as well.
Oh yeah.
Nah, look like a fucking zebra to me, but that's just.
Well, we also have the Smith & Wesson Stealth. In case you want to have full black,
Why is it
you want to edge with your edge.
Why is it called the Stealth?
Because it's black.
It's all black.
Oh. Well, that's a little misleading.
That's what you say. I think honestly this is probably B tier. It's damn good, but at the same time, there's just better stuff out there. Oh boy. We get to have a fun one now. There was a big question that I asked specifically to the community. I said, quote, I've been stumped on this for some time and reached my breaking point. I'm making a series of tier lists for every single firearm in the game and have been updating my list to include all of last year's editions. But I keep questioning where to put the Judge and the Taurus 81 Mars, the two new revolver shotguns.
The Judge! Sorry. I'll count my tits.
What tits do you have, Rogue?
Rude.
You fucking knave!
I'm sorry, I had to, okay?
Okay, you're forgiven.
I'll have that cut out, okay? It'll be funny, don't worry. I'll make a good joke out of that.
Just for now.
So, we have these two in both, as expected, 410 gauge. I of course asked the question, where do I put them? So, I of course, let out a poll on Reddit of all places, that hellspawn that it is. Surprisingly, there was 131 people that voted in total. A lot of people had some really good comments and did have some good ideas for a lot of things. I didn't read most of them because I wanted to get on with it and everything, and the poll was there for a good reason, but everyone did leave some very intriguing and very good comments, I will say that. So, I put in 4 options. 23 said, well, what do the actual results look like? I will share them in a bit. 30 people said, well, they're in 410 gauge, and that means that obviously as they are shotguns, they will be considered shotguns, because I was asking the question of, are they revolvers? Are they shotguns? Which are they? 30 people said, well, they're in 410, so they're shotguns. 34 people said that they were in fact revolvers, because, cylinders. But the true winner was 44 in total. A good, pretty nice sort of slide over, if you will. A pretty good definitive answer. The Taurus is a shotgun. The Judge, revolver. So we're doing the Judge. So.
Oh, baby. Shotgun revolver, baby.
So, let's go and talk. So, for the 410 gauge, we have the Judge, the Taurus Judge specifically. So we have right here some triple odd buck. We have like 3 or 4 pellets at most here. We don't have any sort of a speed loader, sadly. I wish that were the case, but you know what? We'll keep it simple. So triple odd buck. Let's go and see what that looks like here. So we got about 4 pellets. Pretty nice grouping here. Seems like I have 2 Charlie. Split between, nice alpha. Pretty good, honestly. It definitely works out really well, I think. So we'll go ahead and test out what exactly this stuff is like. I did actually see what the original results were like, but you know what? We're doing it live here for several reasons. So I don't think Triple Buck actually does go through armor, but, at the same time, pretty capable, I think. A lot of shot right there. Pretty nice. It doesn't exactly go through armor, which is not surprising.
Does not go through armor at all, which is sad, but like...
Makes sense. Slug.
Very much makes sense. So we'll go ahead and see slugs. Obviously, a simple, tiny little slug. Obviously, you know, won't exactly go through armor as well.
We get it, Lucky. You love slugs. Comment.
I was about to say, it's basically you went from firing a shotgun shell to the 45 long Colt.
Essentially, yeah.
Steps.
We literally went from firing a shotgun revolver to firing a revolver. So, you know. Anyways, we also have a couple special ones. Because this is a shotgun, we do have flechettes, which, like I said before, they do have very slight armor penetration in light Kevlar. Still the case here. Very nice internal damage right there. Anyone that doesn't know what flechettes are basically little tiny nails with fins to stabilize them.
Yep.
Very mean things.
I always...
Long darts.
Basically little itty bitty tiny lawn darts. It even goes through up tier 2. Holy shit.
Damn, that's actually impressive.
That's very impressive. Holy shit. Alright, tier 3. I don't think so.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nope.
Doesn't even
But
feel
tier
it.
2...
Tier 2 is pretty damn good, man.
Pretty damn good.
Alright, but of course one thing that definitely does go through this man's is the very... Oh shit. Sorry, hang on. The very tiny little itty bitty Dragon's Breath rounds here.
You can't force it. You leave a suggestion when you're on fire.
You can't enforce the Geneva Convention when you're on fire, my guy. Sorry to say, but them's the rules.
A Canadian's choice. God, don't let Canadians go to war. It's fucking scary.
Suddenly, I
They
want
absolutely
hot
are.
dogs.
Don't say that. You're gonna make me hungry.
I'm always hungry.
That
You
is...
just roasted a hot dog right in front of me, man.
Sure.
We have the free bears of I'm hungry. Man, you're making me hungry. I'm always hungry.
That's valid.
Keep your bears.
So obviously, as you can see, flechettes are not really powerful, but they most certainly do damage. And, you know, Dragon's Breath definitely does do quite a bit of damage, obviously, as you can see. And also, you know, burns them alive, but it's very... I mean, the sound of them just is concerning, to say the least. Like, it just... You're firing a shotgun, by the way. And I'm sitting here like... Fuck you mean? I'm firing a shotgun. I'm firing a little tiny fucking pellet gun. Give me a shotgun!
There we go.
So... Thoughts, people.
S tier.
The
No,
Taurus Judge. Where are we putting this thing?
Say B tier.
I would have said C tier, but I mean, fuck, like a shotgun capable of flechettes able to go up to tier 2.
Fuck, I'm biased because it's a revolver shotgun. Fuck. You know what? You two just talk among each other. I'll just sit back for this one.
You know what? I have to agree. Actually, I would definitely go B tier. This thing is actually pretty good. It's not as good as any sort of 44 Magnum, but it is definitely B tier. I have to agree with you actually on that one.
It's S tier. No, I'm kidding. I jest.
All right, fine. You want a fucking S tier? Let's talk about a fucking S tier, all right? Let's bring out the one, the only, the fan favorite, the LAPD 2019 special.
Yes.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Blade Runner.
It's that gun.
Yes, it is that gun. So,
Amongst many other names that it has.
I don't even need to really talk about this. I don't need to shoot this. I don't need to do anything with this. This thing's just, like, we already know where this is going. This thing is fucked. So, we're talking about it anyways. So, let's talk real quick. First up, we have Sluggers. It's a 5-round 10mm DSM. Pretty capable little thing, I will say. We'll go and test out what its effectiveness is. Can't even go through level 1. Fuck, that slams him good. Alright, let's go and see...
Knocks him
fragmentation.
down on his ass.
Actually, no, let's do Swarm.
Oh no, Swan.
Yep. Swarm shot.
Warm, not swamp.
What was that noise? Why you blue?
Fucked my boy.
Very slight penetration. It's actually taking
Why
more
do
than
you-
just 5 shots.
Why it blue? I'm sorry, Prox mine?
We'll get to that. It's not really all that much damage, honestly. But alright, let's go and look into tracers? Why not? Fuck it. 10mm DSM is kind of a weird caliber that is not really well known. Well, let's look into it. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ouch. That definitely went right through. I guess Sluggers is just a giant chunk to be sent out. Alright, tier 2. Nope.
It's
check out
fucking
the,
making him confused, but that's it.
Alright, let's do fragmentation. Fucking goddamn it.
Oh, that's nice. You can actually put the
Fragmentation.
bullets in where it's holstered. That's nice.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Slapped him fucking good, but nothing else. Can't even go through tier 1. Damn.
Damn.
Alright,
Have you turned
well,
on the rail function?
can you fucking wait a moment?
Lucky. One thing at a time.
So, there's also the super penetrators, let's be honest, or excuse me, the turbo
Stop
penetrators.
backseating Lucky. Jesus.
Why you bring me in?
Here we go. Naturally goes right through. No issues at all.
Oh, lovely.
Very nice. And of course, for the Prox mine, I'll show that off real quick. I'll do one shot. Also because this thing is actually surprisingly dangerous. So, recommend you do be careful with this. Here we go. Just a little tiny little boop, just right there. And anything that shows up close to it, Boom.
Jesus Christ.
yep. They just boom.
They go kapoof.
They go kapoof. Now, so far, all this probably be at least A tier. Maybe a little
I
higher. Might
agree.
actually reach like top A tier, low S tier maybe.
Low S tier, I would say. You could do an ammo type, ammo variety.
I mean, hell, looking at that also, B600 probably no different. Would definitely say S tier. Have to admit, have to agree. Most because just, you know, having such capable penetration be pretty easy to get makes sense. But the big thing that truly makes this absolutely incredible is the functions that it has. Because, as you see, you have a little slot for this heatsink and battery. You see that? When you hit your bottom button, you activate what is known as essentially the Railgun Go Yeet mode.
Oh.
Mind you, these are sluggers that I just loaded in.
And that's makes it S tier, right there.
Basic swarm
That-
shot.
Oh, wonderful. As Anton, the creator of this game, would say, wonderful.
Wonderful. What about just, you know, fragmentation? Still admittedly not exactly great, but
That's because your fucking coil's worn out. You need to change your battery.
well, not exactly terrible. Fragmentation is kind of the... It's more or less kind of your It's kind of more or less kind of your
Very too.
your hull point, if you will. But sluggers are a pretty capable FMJ, and yeah, it doesn't care.
Hey, Connor, your battery's also run out. Never mind. Never mind!
Right now, but didn't low.
There it ran out. Trust me, I know how these things work, don't worry. And trust me, it definitely does let you know exactly where everything is. So yeah, that's our S tier right there. This thing is just fucking powerful. It's ridiculous. It's insane. It is 100% S tier. There was no question about this.
Minus the railgun thing, is that a real gun?
No.
No? Okay. It could be a real gun, minus all
I think it's based off a real gun. I don't exactly know from what,
It's a
but it
kit
is
bash.
definitely... Yeah. But even
Like,
still...
genuinely, it's a kit bash.
Yeah. But still...
It was made for the Blade Runner movie. It
S
doesn't
tier.
function in real life.
Yeah,
in game.
But, you mean movie, in the movie,
Yes, in the movie, Blade Runner.
right? Did he also have a game?
Okay. So, like I said, we all knew where it was going to go. 100% S tier. Now, let's move back to some pretty shit stuff. The LC-22R. At least it has a speed loader.
Thankfully.
Oh, there's Macy's pistol.
Are you sure about that?
Damn it.
Sorry, Dom.
Find Macy's pistol.
Someday. Someday. So,
The
I
moment we
will...
find it, you know I'm gonna do it.
Yes. I will do it too, don't worry. Anyways, so the LC-22R.
I wonder how many polygons that gun has in this game. Probably less polygons than a Bam model.
What? It's just an ordinary... Oh my goodness!
Jesus Christ.
I had to bring up somewhere in the video. I'm sorry.
Yes. Jesus fucking Christ. So, the LC-22R. So, little blocky sights.
For sights?
There are sights, I promise you. As you can see
Oh,
here,
there they are.
There are sights.
Oh yeah,
yes.
there are, but barely.
Had to-
Over the
had to
fucking
get-
horizon.
It had the
Little
fucking-
high,
the high
pretty
farm
accurate, I
crap.
think, though. Honestly, not terrible. And also having a, you know, an actual speed loader is also very helpful.
Yeah.
Only issue,
I mean, it has at least 8 shots to it, you know.
it's
That's
kind of
kinda nice.
it's an anorexic rounds.
Yeah.
Uh,
And a lot of gas, more than what it should be as well.
Yeah, like where is all that gas coming from?
Definitely not from the bullet.
It's from the Biden administration at this point.
Anyways, so, LC-22R, thoughts?
There, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Dumb.
Kind of just.
What's above Brazil? F.
Yeah. It's,
Eh.
F tier.
It's a
Barely even stay on the fucking
you know what,
table.
I'll agree.
It's F tier. Compared to everything else, this is F tier. Alright, moving on. We have the Model 10.
Hell yeah.
So, again, Receiver 2. I'm going to plug it, because it's an awesome game. Once again, it is 38 special. This thing actually has quite the history to it. I remember me and Rogue actually looked into this. It actually has quite the history in it. And it's actually pretty good, I will say. Like,
Isn't that the
Sightline.
gun we picked for? Isn't that the gun we picked for my one of my character loadout? Or is that a different gun?
no, it's a different gun.
Oh,
But yeah.
it's still a double double action, right?
Yeah.
These are all double actions.
This
Welcome
is
to the tier list, Rogue.
This is the tier list we're doing. The double
So-
action revolver tier list.
I know. Sure, I know we'll get to the one I picked. Let's just focus on this one.
So, as you can see, this thing is pretty accurate. 6 rounds, speed loader. And it's actually got quite the history to it. I don't know if I'll really be able to go through it, but it definitely served its time. It served, it served for sure.
Just put up. I just like put it up like on the side. It's gonna look like a scroll thing. People can pause and read if they want to.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, do your own research, I'd say, is probably the best I could say here. But we did actually look into it.
Yeah,
We did actually look into what the Model 10 has. It is actually a pretty nice, detailed history to it, I will say. And it definitely served its country quite well. So, Model 10, where put? I'd say probably top C tier. This thing has a very much veteran history.
Alright, I was going to say B tier, but alright, C tier also fits.
I mean, I'm fine with B tier as well.
Here.
All right, we'll do top C tier, I think.
Yeah, top C tier.
All right, time to finally get to fucking 357 Magnums. First up, the MP412 Rex. I gotta admit, I'm a little biased here, but
top ranks.
I do also like the top break, and I'll probably I might put up some footage of fucking Into the Radius. That fucking thing is so cool. And I really do like this, actually. Like, it is really nice. So, a jacket all point right now. We'll go and test this out right now while we have a chance. Pretty damn accurate, I will say. You can see it just kind of... So, 357. Kind of more... Compared to a lot of other rounds that we've seen so far, it's kind of anorexic. But, trust me, it is... really, really nice. So let's go and give it a good test and see what sort of ammo we're looking at here. So we have jacket hollow point, full metal jacket, which we will test here, and tracer rounds. So real quick also, for anyone wondering, the test for level 2A, level 2, level 3A, level 3, all that sort of stuff, and of course level 4. Funny enough, 2A is 45 ACP. Level 2 is 357 Magnum. And then of course level 3A is 44 Magnum. Level 3 is the 7.62 by 39 out of a full-length barrel. Very, very slightly off, but I'm seeing chunks come out.
No blood, just chunks.
And these are indeed full metal jackets, as you can see. Still pretty good though, honestly. But nowhere close to penetrating. So, Captain Rex, where are we putting him?
Honestly, kind of the middle of the road because the 357. The 357 is the golden standard for revolvers.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I always heard revolvers being in 357, so yeah, I agree, just middle of the road.
If it's going to middle of the road, I'm thinking, honestly, I'm putting these two down into D tier, just because, not really much to be said, and 38
It's
special.
guns for rats.
I would say, if anything, bottom C tier, for sure.
Yeah. By the way, when I say guns for rats, I mean rats are using them. Not bad people, I mean actual rats, because of the size.
I would say more specifically, it's used better for, like, rat shot. Oh boy, we get a fucking fun one. Okay, so before we've talked a lot about the Nagant and the Welrod, guess what? This is the OTS 38. So this guy is in 7.62 by 42. And as I've said before, this is the quietest revolver in the game. Well, it is the second quietest gun in the entire game, and the quietest revolver, and in fact the consistently quietest gun in the game. Have a listen.
What?
Hold on,
It's
I
so
don't think I heard that. Try again.
Here. If you need to, you can up it a slight bit, but here.
Just ticks at you.
It ticks at you. That is one of the fucking coolest things ever. It ticks. It's incredible.
It's like a little bug noise.
God, you hear the hammer clicking more than you hear the fucking gun firing. Damn.
Yes.
I really like that.
Yeah.
How well does it do as an actual gun, though?
I'd imagine it probably actually did really well. Clearly hits. Obviously, it doesn't really
That's
hit
the way-
anything in terms of like actual armor, which is not surprising.
But I mean, you put it where there are. You put the shot where the armor isn't. Well,
I mean, what do you expect?
It's a weapon that's silenced. Obviously, that it's more focused on silently taking out people rather than going through armor.
Exactly. It's honestly mostly just a gun that is specifically meant to hit weak spots. That's all it really is meant for.
It's the revolver version of the go the fuck to sleep gun.
Yes. And also, just to have a good comparison, because I feel like we should do this.
There it is. The the original go the fuck to sleep gun.
So, we have completely clean. And we'll also compare this.
I love that. It's so
Oh,
stupid.
it's so ridiculous, and I
It's
love
so
it.
stupid, so simple yet effective.
We'll also
comparison.
compare it to,
My favorite gun that I got.
yes, the Nagant, and we'll have a suppressor for it. Yes, funny enough, you can actually suppress the Nagant. It is actually a legitimate thing that you can do. Because you can see the little thing right there.
Now,
it actually
I
fires.
think I mentioned this
that-
in the single action revolvers video. I think I mentioned this. But the reason you can suppress the Nagant is because as you shoot it, the cylinder actually pushes forward to create a seal around that little nipple there.
Yep, and that's how it's able to actually pull it off. So,
Nice.
let's go ahead and pull off the quietest gun in the game. A literal tick.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what?
A literal tick. And I can very slightly see the damage in there. Hopefully that's actually coming through proper.
It is.
Good.
That's like, what caliber is the...
That
Well,
is
well,
in
That is
38
a
special.
32
I thought it
APC.
would be in 22. Damn,
Nope.
that's even a pretty
Yep,
good...
32 ACP.
It
It is
it's a pistol cartridge.
very, very tiny pistol cartridge. Alright, so now the OTS 38.
You can actually, at least with that, you can actually hear it.
Yes. And finally, the Nagant. Much more noticeable. Much easier to hear, obviously. But damn, is that quiet.
Personally, I would take an Nagant in over any of the others any day.
Absolutely. But I would 100% take the OTS, I have to admit.
But I'm sorry, me playing fucking Hunt Showdown, the Nagant has saved my life more times than I can count.
Oh, absolutely. So, OTS 38. Where are you putting this?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think-
D tier.
I think, honestly,
it has
is...
a nice novelty. I mean, yeah, I agree. It has a nice novelty of go the fuck to sleep silently, but that's kind of really all it has.
The moment you lose the element of surprise, the moment the novelty of that gun wears off, and that shit is real fucking quick.
Yeah. That and also 5 shots. I'll admit, I'd say, at best, top D tier.
Because it can be sneaky.
It is very sneaky, in fact.
It can be very, very. I'm sorry, I keep getting way too close to the mic.
I'm
having
sorry
to-
that for a moment there, Rogue, it sounded like you got devoured by the demons.
All right. So, moving on. Another classic.
Oh, the Colt
357.
Python.
The classic Colt Python.
Fuck yeah. I knew it was the Colt Python, baby.
What more are you to expect
The
of this thing?
fucking gun from Half-Life. Gordon Freeman's revolver. Am I wrong?
Surprisingly,
Nope.
very accurate.
Head on.
Speed loader, 357. Able to go through tier 1 armor like it's nothing at all. Where are we putting this?
Personally, it's 357, and this is like when you say revolver. Fuck.
When you say revolver,
This is what you.
this is what you think of.
Yeah. It's
Well-
like the revolver everyone thinks of when you say revolver. Dead and buried.
I'll be honest, this is top C tier. Everything else is going to blow it.
You know what? I agree.
There's a reason it is the revolver.
It is like the revolver. And hell,
It's
this
the
thing has been around for
revolver
so
of
goddamn
all-
long at
it's-
this point.
It's
So,
the revolver of all time.
it is the revolver of all time. So, next up is a stinker for me. The R8 revolver.
Why is there a stinker?
This thing does have 2 rails, 1 top, 1 bottom. It's in 357. It has a speed loader of its own. The problem is that I have with it.
Oh. Oh, it's a left-handed revolver.
And Anton, if there's one thing I would like to change, give us a right-hand version, please. It's not bad per se. I will say that. Barring
This is not
that
this is
major
not a thing
glaring
this
issue,
This is more of a gripe.
that's pretty damn accurate. Like, that's pretty damn good. That was exactly what I was aiming for. Not terrible, and with this little thing aside, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just, it's left hand. It's the only issue I have with it.
And honestly, it's 357, and actually holds a little more ammo, so it's below the Python, but above everything else in C tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, definitely C tier. It is the least capable. It's just that one thing that's...
And it's not really that big of a gripe. It's not even that big of an issue. It's just a little gripe.
It's a minor gripe. Anton, please give us a right-hand version. I beg you. I'm serious.
Yeah.
So, moving on from there, we have... Oh boy. We have the Rhino series.
Ooh.
We have the Rhino 20. All these are very similar,
girl.
but we have the Rhino 20, very short. We have the Rhino 40 with a singular rail. We have the Rhino 50, singular rail. And finally, the Rhino 60 with 2 rails. So another 357. This thing is, as you can see, also has special looking sights here, as you can see. Very nice Trinity sights.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very accurate. 357.
Very accurate. It's also, if I remember, semi-automatic as well. Or am I incorrect?
It's double action.
Oh. Oh.
It's a revolver.
Right. Can't we have a semi-automatic revolver?
Not exactly.
Kind of. You can have a gas blowback revolver.
Yeah. But anyways, thoughts?
I mean, it's a very nice.
It's a
looking
decent revolver. Like, again, it's C tier.
I'd say above the
It's
R8.
unique. It's unique looking, at least.
I would
I'll
actually
give
put it
that.
below the R8, but above everything else because it's got a higher ammo. 'Cause the
True,
only reason
but
the only reason R8 sits higher than most everything else on the list is because it has a higher ammo capacity.
that is true. And with
And the left-handed thing, the simple solution, you hold it in your left hand. There you go.
that works well, doesn't it? All right.
Yes,
Well, here.
because you know I train ambidextrous. I practice ambidextrous. So
That is indeed fair. All right. Well,
If
you know what?
If you can't shoot with both hands, there's a fucking problem. That's
Yeah,
a
if you
problem.
can't shoot awkward, you're not practicing proper. So, moving on. Oh, fuck me.
I'll keep that in
Oh.
mind.
The RS-15.
Where's the goddamn barrel?
There is no barrel.
That is the barrel. There is no barrel.
That is not a barrel.
So,
That is a vague guidance.
so
There is no powder burn.
22 Win Mag. We do have full metal jacket. Surprisingly. I'm
Oh,
not
it's
testing
break
this.
open. It's break open. I didn't
it's top break.
expect
Yeah.
that.
Let's talk break. So, I have a little history with this thing. Not good history. Dom, if you remember.
Didn't you get this thing like 6 times in a row trying to run shit?
Not exactly. No, I got this, Jesus, this thing even shoots low. Fuck.
Jeez, oof. Well, of course it does. It has no fucking barrel.
So, I got this a long time ago when I was out in Canada.
Oh yeah, I remember
And-
that run. That run was funny as shit.
This was my first and only gun. I was given this and was told, good luck, have fun.
Good luck. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know, in North Dakota, you know, the biggest, widest, most open map in the whole game.
Like I said, Canada. This thing is not really shooting super well. I'm not
Ow.
surprised.
Normal.
Which fucking game did you get? Is this in?
I got this while I was in Canada, in North Dakota.
Oh, real life. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no.
In game.
In game. In H3VR.
In Take and Hold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, again. Yeah. Honestly, with how shit this is aiming, yeah. Not even bias. Shit aim.
Shit
Not really
aim.
great for its
Shit
caliber.
caliber.
No barrel either? Like, come on.
Where's the barrel?
Where's the barrel? Yeah. No, this is bottom left here. So next up we have the Smith & Wesson 29 and its bigger cousin, the 629, which is what we're actually talking about. So, the Smith & Wesson, basically the 44 Magnums that are not so moddable. Let's go ahead and look at these bad boys here real quick. Pretty damn accurate.
Taking.
Yeah. Pretty damn accurate. 100%. Thoughts? Where are we putting this?
It's 44. It's gonna go above the guns cheaper than 357 because it just hits harder.
Yeah.
For sure.
That makes sense.
So, I think for sure this is probably going in B tier. Should we move it to A tier? Should we move the 44
B
Magnums to
tier.
A tier?
I'd say B tier because it's not quite enough to really push it into those, starting to push it into those legendary statuses. But it's like
That's
yeah,
true.
Still pretty good.
Still pretty damn good, have to admit. Also, fun fact. This thing actually does go through tier 2 armor.
Alright.
At least it usually does.
I would be upset if it didn't.
Jesus. Well, it's definitely enough to fucking slap them. Jesus. I was wrong. Fucking A.
Well, still, even then, you're putting them on the ground, and then you can walk up and put one on the side of their head.
Yeah.
I agree. I was about to do a feel you. I was about to do a you feeling lucky punk, but this is 29, not the 26. Anyways, you feeling lucky, punk. Anyways, so next up is the big boy. Another Smith & Wesson. This is the big one, the Smith & Wesson 500.
The-
500 Bone Crusher.
Basically, the thing that is just short of being a rifle cartridge.
Yep. And it's still a revolver.
still confuses him. Doesn't put him on his ass. Just
And that's
dazes
just
him.
standard. That's just the standard full metal jacket round.
That's just standard full metal. Sadly, there's not much else we can do. There is, of course, others out there. Anton, please give us more 500 Magnum stuff, or bigger, of course.
If you have
Anton, give us the high grain.
Yes,
for the
Anton,
500
give us
Magnum.
high grain, you fucking coward.
I
what's the
want
bone
the
crushing?
I
The
want
bone
the
crushing.
bullet to take up the whole cylinder, the entire whole.
Yeah,
cylinder.
I want the entire cylinder to be taken out by the whole bullet. One singular bullet, the entire cylinder, just...
That doesn't just punch the armor. That turns whatever's inside the armor to fucking hamburger.
That doesn't punch through the armor. That just wedges the armor out of the way.
It makes people into raw hamburger.
Literally.
Fucking,
It turns whatever armor you
awesome.
have, everything that is behind said armor is just
you are
lasagna.
now.
They
whatever-
become fucking lunch meat. That's it.
Whatever is inside the armor is now canned meat.
Fucking lunch
Whatever's behind the armor there is going in a soup can. Promise you.
It is now a soup can.
Okay.
Fucking lunch.
So,
I'm gonna say this one more time. Lunch meat.
so 500
Scam.
Magnum. Not talking the 500 Junior. 500 Magnum. Where are we putting this?
500 Magnum. I'm sorry, that shit's S tier.
I mean,
Fucking A tier maybe.
I would definitely say A tier for sure. This thing is fucking ridiculous, and I love it. But it has to go behind the 454 Casull because that actually has penetrators and that goes through tier 3. This does not, which is a real shame, and I want to see more from
It
this.
does, but it does.
If
have
at all
penetration.
it gets any sort of higher penetration or any bigger a bullet that's able to go through upwards of tier 3, it is 100% going higher than that, maybe
Anton,
S tier.
if you ever see this video,
And you probably will, let's be honest.
Thank you. But also, leave the 454 with the fucking extreme penetrators. Give the fucking 500 its high grain rounds, and watch Sussex go flying.
Please, we request it.
God, we request you give us the high grain.
Anton, please.
The holy cow.
Anton, please give us more
Anton,
500
please.
ammo.
Anton, please.
All right, final two.
Not really a damn shame, but
So, we're not talking about this thing. We're talking about the Unica. Once again,
The Unica, the thing gun that literally means you are beautiful.
you are unique.
You are unique.
Go fuck yourself. It's still egotistical.
It's just the gun creator telling the gun, yeah, you're unique, you're pretty.
You're unique. Don't worry.
yes, and you're also fucking
unique.
expensive too. Read them.
Don't worry.
Read the manual before you use it, bruh. Why the fuck is that? Why the fuck is that imprinted on the fucking barrel? Jesus Christ!
But why would you
That's stupid.
imprint that on a barrel? What? Fucking lose points for just that? God.
Not that we had a point system, but anyway.
I mean, true, but you know.
Honestly, it's middle of the road.
Yeah.
It's a revolver. It does the
But
job.
but at the same time, I'm putting it behind. I'm putting it behind the fucking
Captain Rex.
MP4. Yeah, I'm putting it behind Captain Rex. Fuck you. It is like it's like a fucking like $6,000 revolver. Fuck you.
It's costume.
You are unique. You are special. You are fucking expensive. Go fuck yourself. All right. Final two. The last one we're talking about is the Webley Fosberry and Mark 6. So why the fuck am I just combining both of these? Because, you know, the Webley Fosberry is in fact very much different. Yes, but here's where things are in fact actually different about it. So, the Webley Fosberry is a, in terms, single action revolver that in fact also has a sort of recoil buffer to kind of push back the hammer again. Kind of an early double action. And as soon as that hammer goes back,
It's a prototype double action.
essentially,
no, it's
yes.
a functional. So it's functional. It's put in full production.
Oh yeah, prototype means not yet in use. Like the jackhammer, the Pancart jackhammer, which will never be fucking released. Get over it.
Thank you.
Safe to say. So why exactly am I just saying, nah, fuck it, we're not even going to bother with the Fosberry, we're just going to combine it with the Webley Mk 6? It's because they're mostly the same. They're just enough identical to say that the Webley Fosberry does not deserve to be in single-action revolvers, because it does have a sort of recoil to it that actually
Yeah, and I'm
pulls
sorry,
back the
if
hammer.
you did put it in the single action revolvers, yeah, that would be a little unfair because that's, you know...
It basically works like a double-action revolver. And hell, I even use something like the Webley Fosberry like it.
Yeah, go rush up on fucking Yagafoff with a fucking Wembley and a fucking pocket full of dreams.
So it's safe to say that, sure, I could have just said fuck it and just put it where it's supposed to be, more or less. But I said no, fuck that. So we're going to be talking about the Webley Mk 6 with the Webley
Well, one of the
Fosberry.
few guns I will ever give the British credit for.
Yeah, being American, that honestly hurts to say, but I'll admit, Webley
It's a
Mk
nice
6
revolver.
is pretty good,
I
actually.
fight Cthulhu with this gun.
I would
Yeah.
I would 100% fight Cthulhu with this, honestly. Hell, you know what? Fuck it. I would absolutely 100% slot fucking Grenier grunts with this thing. And I have. If anyone doesn't know, anyone that doesn't play Warframe, I do.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, but I will explain for those who don't. During, I think it was like Volume 4, I think. It was Nora's Mix Volume 4. There was the Protocol skins for pistols. And there was a whole bunch of different guns, and I like I said before, I did actually talk about it before, I think. I know I talked about it in the Into the Radius series, but there was in fact a few guns in there that were put in as skins, as, you know, basically based off of some of the old, you know, prototype-ish sort of guns, basically old world guns. Like super old world, like well before the Orokin era old world, like super fucking old. The different guns that actually showed up there as protocol skins were the PP-19 Vitchaz, funny enough, and yes, I did actually look through them all. I shit you not, it is actually the PP-19, like unironically. There was the Mark 23. Pretty sure.
Saw you while I think it literally while playing the game saw you have that gun in your fucking hand once.
Yeah, I actually had this specific skin too, the Mark 23. And then, of course, the Webley Mk 6. I confirmed it was the Mk 6, not the Fosberry. And from my guess, because it is hammer-fired, I most certainly thought it was definitely the Wells 1864. And it's pretty damn close. It's a little more sawn off, a little bit more cut down, but pretty damn close. So yeah, fun little fact there for you. But anyways, so Webley, Fosberry, and Mk 6. Damn, that's accurate.
People was hesitant to fucking trigger.
Sorry,
I
probably
was
should have.
so hesitant. I was like,
I know. Sorry, I probably should have just fucking. Yeah, just. Just like the, like
you're
the fucking.
trying to edge the
like-
gun, my man. Come on, dude.
It's like
we're
fucking.
trying to sneeze and it won't come out.
It's like the fucking Boink Gun at Venus type bullshit that dumb shits have fucking done to fucking give themselves a goddamn Darwin Award. But yeah, pretty damn accurate. So, Webley Mk 6 and its older cousin Fosberry. Where are you putting this? This is honestly, this thing has a fucking service history.
Service history, but it's still just a gun.
Well, true, but you know, the fucking M4 has a service history. Yeah, we still fucking put that in high regards, asshole. And that's still just a gun, even though the media claims otherwise.
Gun
You know what?
illiterate media.
Before we decide on anything, let's actually test out what capabilities it has. I think that's important.
Oh, not even one level 1 armor. Ah, shit.
Damn.
Damn.
Different types of ammo? Nope. What does Tracer look like, actually? I'm curious. Oh, damn. Well, shit.
Alright.
Well,
Yeah, middle of the road.
Middle
yeah.
of the fucking road, man.
I suppose, past the MP412? Or is it actually similar to the Model 10? It's probably similar to the Model 10, I think. Well,
Like, basically the same as Model 10.
yeah, it's about the same as Model 10. Alright, I'll place it above because it actually, well, couple places above. I think it's kind of a little bit better. Nothing against Smith & Wesson, but I don't know. I kind of like it a bit more.
I would say it's better than the Model 10 because it's a top break rather than a side opening thing.
That is fair, honestly, and it's British, as an American. All right, there we go, boys. That is the tier list. Is there at all anything more that needs to be done? Any sort of decisions that need to be changed?
I think the gun without a barrel fell on the floor.
Good.
Good. Good.
It is slightly more powerful than the 22 long rifle, but that has more rounds. So, yeah.
Yeah, get bent.
Ben, fucker.
So, is there anything that needs to be changed? Anything that needs to be different? Anything that needs to be adjusted slightly?
I mean, can we put the I can't say it.
The fucking. You know what we're talking about. The fucking.
No.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think this is good.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys again for joining me. Dom, thank you very much. Rogue as well also. Go and check out Rogue's channel. Dom, I don't know if you actually have anything posted yourself. If at all you enjoyed this video, by all means, do leave a like. I really do appreciate it. If you have anything at all to say, either to me, you want to ask me a question, you want to say something, you have any opinions about this, you think that I'm wrong, by all means, you can put that down in the comments below. You can also talk with other very civilized people on the internet.
On the internet.
Share this with your friends and family if you think any of them might possibly enjoy this. I am actually curious as to what exactly you guys might have to say about any of this. If you have any sort of decisions that might be different, by all means, either do a video, tell me in the comments below. I am actually curious, and I always read your comments all the time as much as I can, and I always appreciate everything you say in the comments, no matter what. Go and check out some of my other videos. I have an entire series of this. I have the Into the Radio Scavenger. I'm also doing Doom as well, Project Malice. And if this is like your 5th or 6th video and you seem to be enjoying what I'm making here and you want to keep up with this series or others, by all means, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. We've already passed 200 subscribers. 100 just in general from the fucking Rumble video. That is incredible. It's insane, and I am absolutely appreciative of every single one of you that joined for that. Thank you guys again so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here with me. Any sort of dad advice from any of you guys?
Be like me. Drop out of school. Don't fucking need it.
I'll be on it. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. Not the devil's advocate, but as a person that hated the last year of school, don't drop out of school. No matter what you're gonna do, you need that education. Do not drop out of school.
I disagree.
Even if you hated it in last year's like I fucking did, don't drop out of school.
Alright, I'm a devil's advocate, both of you guys. I dropped out of college. I was super depressed, but I went through, got my high school diploma. Definitely worth it for sure. And it was one of the best years of my life. I really enjoyed a lot of my classmates. They were super chill, they were super kind, they were super great. Go out and, if you have any sort of friends or anything at all, if you don't, go and find some. Go and see if you can go to some of the public places. And if you do have some friends, go ahead
Nowadays, Connor,
and just
you're
send.
shit.
Just go ahead and send a little bit of appreciation. Tell them thank you, or go hang out with them, do whatever and everything else. Just go and enjoy your friends. And I'll see you in the next video.
Don't blue ball the gun, man. Come on.
You ever fucking edged your gun before? Fucking get so close to fucking firing and everything and all. It just, nah. I think we broke Rogue.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, my laugh is a real fucking slot machine when I laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
All right, here. I'll stop edging you guys here.